stories at Bloomberg.com or on the Bloomberg terminal, and listen to Bloomberg Radio in Washington, Bloomberg 99.1 and 105.7 FM HD2. Karen.
Nathan, thank you. At 6:53 on Wall Street, it's time for the Bloomberg NJIT STEM Report, brought to you by New Jersey Institute of Technology. Ranked one of the top 3 universities in New Jersey and 74th in the nation by QS World University Rankings. Learn more at njit.edu. Now here's what's making news in science, technology, engineering, and math. The UK launched what it is called the biggest immunization campaign in its history, starting COVID vaccinations across the country. People over 80 are at the front of the line for the shot made by Pfizer and BioNTech, with tens of thousands expected to get vaccinated in the coming days. The UK is the first Western nation to begin its program. California has unveiled a voluntary smartphone tool to alert people of possible coronavirus exposure. The tool does not track people's identities or locations, but uses Bluetooth wireless signals to detect when 2 phones are within 6 feet of each other for at least 15 minutes. When someone who has activated the technology tests positive for the virus, that person will receive a verification code from state health officials that can be used to send an anonymous alert to other users who may have been exposed over the past 14 days. And the NFL is allowing only virtual interviews of candidates for a variety of football jobs, including coach and general manager, until both teams have been eliminated from playoff contention. The move is another adjustment during the COVID-19 pandemic. The NFL is hoping the move will make for more opportunities for a diverse collection of candidates. And that's the Bloomberg NJIT STEM Report. It is 6:54 on Wall Street. Time for the Bloomberg Small Business Report. And here's John Tucker. John, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Karen. Cleveland Cinemas is a small business operating 4 independent theaters in Cleveland, Ohio. Owner John Foreman has had to close 2 locations entirely and is open only a few days a week at the others. The pandemic and also the move to streaming means survival of this business is less than certain. And John joins us this morning. John, you've had to dismiss 90% of your staff. How much longer can the business go on like this?
That is a question that I've been asking myself as well as others in my business. It's very hard. Our business is down by over 85%. This year versus last year. Many theaters have chosen to close permanently. The big chains who have the ability to access cash have announced that they're on the verge of bankruptcy or have gone out and raised more money. I have no idea how they've done that. But can you imagine me, a small business, going to a bank and saying, I need a line of credit because our business is down? Quickly, you think a bank is going to say, oh, John, we'd be happy to give you a loan. We don't want a loan. We want a grant. We want more PPP money, more federal money. So the answer to your question is the only way we can survive is if Congress gets their act together and comes up with another stimulus package that would provide loan money for theaters, among the other businesses talking. But I'm being very selfish by saying we need it for movie theaters, and we need it now.
The original PPP, how far did that take you?
It took us from the point in time we got it, which was late April, and those funds ran out at the end of September. And so, again, the good news was we were able to bring back most of our employees, not all of them, but more than half, who got their full pay, which was great. But surprise, surprise, we had to get rid of them a second time. That's a terrible way of referring to it. We had to lay them off. Some, to their credit, have gone out and got other jobs. I've been in business for 40 years, and I have employees who've been with me for more than 15 years who we've had to lay off. That's very painful. These are people who have, they're married, they have kids, they've got kids going to college, they've got expenses, and, like everyone else who's lost their jobs, they too are struggling.
All right, John Foreman of Cleveland Cinemas, waiting for another round of stimulus. Thanks and best of luck. And we're going to continue bringing you stories of small businesses trying to survive during the pandemic every day at this time, right here on Bloomberg Radio. That is your Bloomberg Small Business Report. Karen.
All right, John, thank you. And S&P futures, they're down about 22 points this morning. Dow futures are down 162. NASDAQ futures down 56. And the 10-year Treasury down 2/30 seconds, yield 0.93%. Bloomberg Surveillance is straight ahead with Tom Keene, Jonathan Farrow, and Lisa Abramowitz. For Nathan Hager, I'm Karen Moscow, and this is Bloomberg.
Influential conversation.
1, 2, 3.
groceries.
DoorDash presents Art for Foodies, available at artforfoodies2020.com. From Wednesday, December 2nd through Sunday, December 6th, DoorDash is bringing art to your door to support Miami restaurants and artists. Order empanadas, ceviche, patacones, arepas, tacos, yuca frita, or ropa vieja using the DoorDash app, and the person with the most orders will be the owner of that unique Latino piece of art. Learn more at artforfoodies2020.com.
The Happy Honda Days sales event is here, and thousands of new Hondas are marked with clearance prices and payments. Well-qualified buyers can save thousands with financing as low as 0.9% on select 2020 Hondas. Every Honda model is clearance priced. Accords, Civics, HRVs, CRVs, Passports, Pilots, and more. Don't miss the Happy Honda Days sales event with thousands of new Hondas in stock with financing as low as 0.9%. Search your local Honda dealer today. See dealer for financing details. Offer ends 1/4/21.
Capital of the world, 24 hours a day at Bloomberg.com, on the Bloomberg Business app, and at Bloomberg Quick Take. This is Bloomberg Radio.
We are in a very serious reach for yield environment.
The tea leaves have never been harder to read.
People are at as stretched as they can be almost.
The vaccine itself represents an enormous stimulus.
I worry that markets are getting ahead of the politics.
What monetary policy can do, most importantly, is to support fiscal policy.
This is Bloomberg Surveillance with Tom Keene, Jonathan Farrow, and Lisa Abramowitz.
From New York and England, for our audience worldwide, good morning, good morning. This is Bloomberg Surveillance live on Bloomberg TV and radio alongside Tom Keene and Lisa Abramowitz. I'm Jonathan Farrow. With equity futures down 23 on the S&P 500 in the United Kingdom, in England, in Coventry and London, across the country, Tom Keene, we start an immunization program like the world has never seen before.
Just extraordinary. I assume the Farrow family's lined up, John, ready to get the jab in the jab in the arm. What a set of goosebumps when you realize a gentle lady going on 91 years old here in a couple weeks, John, she lines up as the first brave soul, and then William Shakespeare